The federal government of Nigeria is collaborating with the government of India to establish a steel and power plant in Akwa Ibom State. This initiative, revealed by the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, came after his visit to India with the CEO of NNPCL. The project involves a 10 million tons per annum high briquette iron steel plant and a 650 megawatt plant, both to be located within the Akwa Ibom State Solution Gas Hub. The startup will require 450 mm cubic feet of gas and aligns with Nigeria's commitment to gas-based industrialization. The government emphasized that this partnership is crucial for economic growth, reducing reliance on oil and tapping into Nigeria's substantial gas reserves estimated at 200 trillion cubic feet. Previously, the government of Nigeria approved UTM Offshore Limited's proposal for a $2 billion floating LNG plant in Akwa Ibom State set to produce 2.8 million metric tons annually. This project, expected to be commissioned in 2028, is part of Nigeria's broader strategy to harness its gas resources for industrial development. Currently, Akwa Ibom State is witnessing a new industrial outlook. Many factories are opening branches and several others are on the verge of coming on stream. Before now, Akwa Ibom was seen in many quarters as a civil service state with a weak industrial base. With a population of over 5 million and landmass of 6,900 square kilometers, it has one of the longest coastlines and is richly endowed with natural resources. However, if the disputed figure by the National Bureau of Statistics is anything to go by, it has one of the highest number of unemployed youth in the Niger Delta region. With a non-existent industrial sector, many of the youth are unemployed. The state civil service has only been able to employ about 30,000 people, leaving thousands to roam the streets. Perhaps, to address the menace of unemployment, the state government seems to be giving much attention to industrialization. In fact, it does appear that no other administration since the creation of Akwa Ibom State in 1987 had pursued the establishment of factories in partnership with the private sector as that of the current government. Though concerted effort may have been made in the past by private sector players and the state government to set up factories to add value to many of the agricultural produce, not much success was recorded. Also, when a few factories were set up, they did not survive for a long time. But recently, driving through the former industrial layout in Uyo, the state capital, where a medium-sized brewery is located, one cannot fail to notice the hordes of trucks and trailers parked around the vicinity. The loading of the company's products, almost on a 24-hour basis, is a reminder of the fact that one of the factories established many years ago is still in operation and it appears to be doing well. This clearly justifies the partnership between the government and investors in setting up factories. The fact that many other factories and breweries have survived to date is a pleasant surprise, given that among the factories established by the state government then, which included the steel company in Eket, ceramic factory in Itu, and a biscuit factory in the then Ikot local government area, many had become moribund due to the combination of mismanagement and wrong management model. In the administration of the current Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, who was in office from 2007 to 2015, though he had promised to establish one factory in each of the 31 local government areas of the state, observers say it was a political statement meant to secure his second-term victory during the elections. Not one factory was set up by the state government during his tenure. However, with more than 15 factories and industrial firms already in operation and facilitated by the current administration of Akwa Ibom State, it looks set to witness an industrial renaissance that will significantly change its status from a civil service-driven economy to that of an industrial hub in the Niger Delta region. Indeed, things appear to be looking good. The state government has facilitated the establishment of over 15 factories as part of its industrialization drive and in keeping with one of its thematic areas of the government agenda. The key areas of the government agenda mean to leapfrog the state into an industrial hub include small and medium-scale enterprise development, infrastructure, security, human capital development, agriculture and rural riverine area development. Significantly, some of the factories and firms have since started operations with huge economic benefit being felt in the state. For instance, Ibom Air, which began operations with just 3 aircraft, is growing daily and is one of the business concerns set up by the state government in partnership with other private sector leaders and is adding value to the air transportation sector in Uyo, creating jobs for many youth of the state. Other factories include establishment of syringe manufacturing, metering solution company, as well as toothpick and pencil company. There are also solar panel farms, flour mills, and many palm oil processing mills. It is a known fact that Nigeria spends a hard-earned currency to import many items, some as insignificant as toothpick, while it still imports disposable syringes for hospital use. The significance of both the syringe and metering solution factory is that they are considered to be the largest in this part of the world, providing jobs for thousands of people directly and indirectly. The current administration's agenda in Akwa Ibom State is that its major target is on industrialization and investment, which could be to establish at least one petroleum refinery, one power plant, one petrochemical plant, one liquefied natural gas plant, one fertilizer manufacturing plant, and one steel plant before the end of this administration. This is in addition to the plan to see to the actualization of the Ibom Industrial City project and the Ibom Deep Seaport project. This may seem like a difficult task given the financial resources required for the establishment of this project. Many people, however, think if the Ibom Deep Seaport is actualized, Akwa Ibom State will be on its path to industrial revolution. The metering factory in Akwa Ibom State is regarded as the largest in the country, with a capacity to produce 3 million meters annually, working on each shift. Similarly, both the syringe factories have large installed capacity, same as the flour mill with a capacity of 500 metric tons per day. It is expected to create over 100 jobs directly and thousands of jobs indirectly. But with a good number of factories opening up in the states, some of which require specialized skills, one question begging for answers is whether the youth in the state are well equipped and have the required skills to work in the emerging industrial centers. The industrial sector of any country is a catalyst for economic growth, and if properly utilized, will foster an impressive GDP performance and an agile economy. An impressive GDP serves as one of the indices for economic well-being of a nation, as it reflects other fundamental metrics that guarantee sustainable development, such as employment and inflation control. The sustained successes of these traditional economic giants and the rise of emerging ones like the UAE and China has consistently proven to us that creating an enviable economy is no rocket science. It only takes a visionary leader and a succession of others loyal to the vision through integrity, transparency, and teamwork. It is therefore important to note that India's steel and power plant investments in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, is expected to bring significant economic and industrial benefits to the region. The proposed investment, which is still under the pipeline, will contribute to Akwa Ibom's GDP, stimulating economic growth and development. The state will benefit from taxes, royalties, and other revenue streams. It is also expected to boost Nigeria's steel production capacity, reducing reliance on import. The integrated power plant, which is actually expected to be constructed, will provide reliable electricity, supporting industrial growth. The project, as earlier stated, will diversify Akwa Ibom State economy, moving beyond oil and gas. It is not also limited to, but will improve road, port, and logistic infrastructure, which will support the plant operation. If eventually successful, the project will enhance the training programs, which will actually enhance local skills in steel and power production. Corporate social responsibility initiatives will also benefit nearby communities where the project is sited. We can only hope that this project comes to fruition, as it will benefit the people of Akwa Ibom State, create jobs, employment, and also boost the GDP of the state and Nigeria at large. Guys, do well to drop your honest comment. Tell us what you think about this project. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.